What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to the chapters The Misty Valley, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and Cocoons as well, which is quite the intriguing name for the episode. Again, I'm kind of thinking that, well, the chapter. I'm too used to doing the anime reactions, but I'm pretty sure I do that every time as well. But I think that might be in reference to maybe the cocooning of some of the kids, perhaps turning into some of these kind of demon elves, potentially. Again, might not be quite as messed up as that. It could mean quite a few things. Maybe covering the kind of metamorphosis of Rosine into her kind of transition as well. As some very interesting storylines going on at the minute, especially where we ended off last episode with the Holy Iron Chain Knights, I think they're called. I forget exactly, but they were on the pursuit of guts, and again, it's all quite religious actually. Seeing one of you guys actually very much summed up really well. It's kind of like Guts is kind of cleansing the lands that he walks through of these demons. It is very kind of holy what he's doing, and obviously this holy kind of knights and kingdom are after him as well. Maybe thinking that he's perhaps an enemy of God, or perhaps the opposite in what I was saying. Maybe he is a kind of a righteous force in this world, which is the case, but obviously they don't fully know, so it'll be interesting when they get to meet up. I think if they met Guts, they would definitely think he's more of a demonic source, but again, we know the real kind of the truth behind Guts and such. But yeah, all getting very interesting. As again, there's kind of multiple kind of plot points going on, and I'm really enjoying all of them at the minute, to be honest with you. Do let me know what you guys think of these chapters though down in the comment section. Again, a bit of an extra long episode today. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And let's get right into it. I think does this take us halfway through? I mean, in terms of chapters, definitely not. But in terms of volumes, there's 370 chapters. But I'm not sure how many volumes there are. I mean, it would probably be like 39 or something in terms of amount of chapters. But I feel like we're like almost halfway through in terms of volumes. Yeah, so here we are again. I had a sneak peek of this artwork, and it's fucking awesome, isn't it? I really love this. I'm not going to spend too long on it again, because I spent like 10 minutes just on this one page in the last reaction. But I love this. It's like a little bit of watermelon or something here, maybe tomato, who knows? Tomato, as the Americans would say. There's a special weapon here. Got a leaf, little leaf. Oh, again, I can't remember what that's called, but we never really see these on. This would be like a warhammer, is what I'd liken this to, but it's actually got like a sword thing on his warhammer. I don't like the fact that he absolutely ripped off this this beetle's, I'm not really sure what to call it, cover for the wings, its shell for the wings. Absolutely ripped them off and made a design out of it, which is not going to do him any good. I mean, to be honest, he's not going to do anything anyway, but just really cute, isn't it? And what I was looking for last episode is Peter Pan, is what I was likening it to. Again, I don't really like Peter Pan. Not one of the only kind of Disney things I didn't ever like when I was a kid. I think that is because there's some kind of creepy aspects to it. But yeah, I really love this image. Really love it. The logos. Like he's got his own little army here. I do wonder what his would be called. But yeah, here we go. The Conviction Arc Lost Children chapter. The Misty Valley, Chapter 1. And we're just seeing that final shot of Guts doing the double. Classic. Eyes popping out. Yeah, I actually thought he was doing like a tornado type move, but it looks like he was actually doing that kind of spinning move, but also managed to perfectly time it. Just almost impossible to do. Maybe not almost impossible, but you've got to be really lucky or really skilled to time that shot as to when you're spinning as to hit. He's a big target, to be honest, isn't he? So maybe he's not that skillful, but to time that shot to when you're turned that way, and also swing your blade into the praying mantis one. It's a cool shot, isn't it? Again, I really love the dynamics. Hardly ever see any kind of manga pages. Again, I haven't really ever read many manga at all. This is my first one, but from what I've seen of kind of screenshots of other manga, you don't really see them this dynamic, having this much movement. And that's one of my problems with images in general, manga and books and such, picture books. Just not enough for me kind of visualizing the kind of movements, whereas this does a lot of the work for me. Just flying through the air. It wouldn't surprise me if these guys were still alive. Bugs are some tough creatures. Some tough creatures. Oh well, the rhino probably definitely isn't. We know they're not done until they kind of evaporate as well. But yeah, look at this. It just completely fell off. That Guts is gasping pretty heavily. We did almost lose that. As he falls down. Doesn't feel like any arteries got cut, but still. If I lose any more blood. Elf dust. Could use some elf dust right now. As I said, last reaction. Oh wait, has he got a bit on him? Wow, that's awfully nice if Puck left a little bit for him. Or maybe it just like kind of fell off Puck while he was in there. Either way, handy. But yeah, I did say this last reaction. Puck would be incredibly useful for Guts if he actually got along and like be able to heal him whenever he needed to. That'd be awfully handy for the line of work that Guts is in. I think these little white specks are the dust right here, aren't they? Hard to see because there's a lot of blood, but that snake covering the inside of a person's bag with dust. Looks like the mantis is still alive, perhaps. I mean, they're both still there, body-wise, but then again, so a lot of the demons, body-wise. As he heals himself. So a snake and a wimp and a zoom. I'm just going off the sound effects, by the way. Oh, they're transforming back into their human. Oh, I see. They're not actually moving; they're just transforming back. I thought from the sound effects they're actually kind of moving again, but it's kind of turning more into a human hand, and obviously this to it looks like a penis head. The shape of this, it really looks like the tip of a penis. But a lot of that. This volume, but yeah, just going back to their human forms. What's that? Son of a bitch. This almost looks like one of the masks from Slipknot. Right here. Now we're back with Puck. Where's the armor? Rah, 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 rah. One more. Yeah, yeah. Come on, bring it on. I'll kill you dead. Hey. Bink, bink, bink. Yeah. No reaction. This is the Misty Valley. What is this? Is this his training? Is this him practicing for his big fight that he's going to do right here? Oh man, I really do love Puck. Yeah, the armor has gone. Again, it really is not going to do him any good. We saw them absolutely ravage all types of creatures. Again, I'm not really sure he's their enemy, so I'm not even sure they'll actually attack him. But if he makes them his enemy, then yeah, things will not go well. Nice place, this. Relaxing. Already feeling at home. Well, it is a home for elves, isn't it, to be fair, so... That's funny. It's autumn, but there's so many flowers. And somehow I feel nostalgic, strangely at ease. There's a little tubby tummy right there. That's looking like me as of recently. I've been snacking quite a lot, growing a bit of a tummy. So you hear something. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Ah! Spying on them playing with looks like some kind of berry. Oh, it's quite interesting, isn't it? So they are these kind of nice, playful creatures when they're kind of left alone to their own devices. They can just kind of turn demonic like a flip of a switch. I've seen that with some demons. I wouldn't say playful, but with Weald, for example, he was kind of doing as he likes and raping women and having sex with women and having his type of fun. Up until like he needed to kind of transform and such. So not actually anything new really, but it's just a little bit more innocent, isn't it? Because they are kids. The kids turn demonic. This is almost like them going back to that kidhood, but they can never actually turn back, unfortunately. Those are the ones who attacked Jill's village. But something. Looks like he wants to play. I think that's just in his nature, isn't it? No, I can't. Yeah, who saw that coming? Still quite small. Then again, it quite fits. It quite fits these little elves. They're just playing, and a little imposter comes running along. The Kin-chan run. Refers to a comedian Kinchi Hagimoto, who had a characteristic running style. Looks like he's doing the ninja dance. I can't remember what it's called, but that Fortnite dance. Yeah, we can see that Puck there, kind of jumping in there, and then he's just sticking out like a bit of a sore thumb. Oh dear. That, again, it's just in the nature, isn't it? Just in his nature. He does look quite a bit different from these guys, though, doesn't he? Oh, why has this one got a little? Why are they putting willies on these characters now? I'm not a fan of that, to be honest with you. I mean, not a fan, because if they do that for the human characters anymore, I will have to start censoring them. Ah, now I've done it. And it makes no difference if it's there or not, to be honest with you. Usually in anime, it's just this kind of smooth area. Whenever that's like the case, They're always quite scared of showing that stuff in Japan, I believe, but I guess nothing's out of the realm of Berserk. Oh wow, it's a fucking eyeball. Oh my god. Ah, now I've done it. Different. Something's different. His head. Oh, good impression of the eyes right there. Kind of like cat-like eyes. Messed up his hair. Infiltration successful. Oh. Hmm. They just get stared at by the eyeball. Pretty gruesome now, isn't it? Jesus Christ. What do you think this is, Berserk, looking at this? Just this panel right here? Definitely not. He's stiff. As a board. The Queen's back. She brought a new friend. Let's go. Let's go see. Holding the eyeball. Jill. Yee. Yuck. I better go. I wonder whose eyeball that was. Yeah, that was not a berry, as I thought. They were less wholesome. I didn't even see this. They're poking him with a little stick, testing out his wings. Curious little creatures, as children usually are. Guts could use this eyeball though, to be fair. Could use an eyeball. Wow. Look at the detail in this tree. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. No need for it. There's no need for this, but wow. I think that's the mark of a true great artist though, isn't it? There's no need for this, but they flaunt their talents like this anyway. Beautiful looking tree, isn't it? All the shiny little elves flying around it. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Wow. A huge cedar tree. Cedar. Not sure how to say that. Definitely not cheddar. Cedar. Cedar. Is it cedar or cedar? I think it's cedar, isn't it? Cedar tree. Who knows? Apologies. It is quite the fucking tree, isn't it? Yeah, I'm really feeling for Puck right here. He really is in the kind of full danger zone. They don't seem too flustered or anything by him, which is good. Good change, of course, with the Queen being back. What's going on here? Is there like some secret inside of the tree, perhaps, or something? Some kind of opening technique to open the tree up? They're just flying out in all directions. The hell? What is this? Loads of women looking ones. There's a really young baby looking one right here. Bloody hell. But we haven't seen any kind of women. Except for the Queen. We haven't seen any women. Ones. And these are also not even demonic either. Or bug-like. They look like normal elves. They haven't got any of the stingers or antenna or fuzzy hair or anything. What the hell's going on here? This is strange. Just maybe what happens before they get turned into their demonic kind of. I'm not sure. What the hell? What was that? Good question. Maybe there was a meeting between the normal elves and the demonic elves or something. Again, I'm at a bit of a loss, to be honest. I've got no idea what that was. There is the Queen and Jill sitting down. Make yourself at home. Did they run off because Rosine came, or? Yeah, I'm at a loss for what that was. That was strange, wasn't it? It was really strange. And these don't look anything like the kind of demon warrior little elves that we've seen. Are these actually berries, or is she just feeding her eyeballs? Wouldn't surprise me. Make yourself at home. Eat. Thanks. Oh, that's cute. Making her little flower bandana thing, headdress. Types of flowers. I imagine you probably get a bit itchy and stuff with that, but looks pretty, doesn't it? Do you like the Misty Valley? Sure. Sure. A definite response of someone that likes the Misty Valley. Sure. She looks like she likes it. Yeah, she's just kind of blanking, a little bit like me. What's going on here? But it is very impressive. For some strange reason, the flowers are always in bloom here, and the trees always have fruit. It doesn't get cold, even in winter. In the Misty Valley, you're never hungry or cold, like we were in the village. That's pretty cool. Everything here is what was missing from the village. For her, anyway. Does seem a bit too good to be true, though, doesn't it? I mean, obviously the too good to be true part is the demonic part, I think. And this place is all ours. A secret flower garden just for elves, where human grown-ups aren't allowed to come. A land just for us. Like, it looks like Jill's really enjoying that hug right there. Bit of a eye right there. Here as well. Maybe that's it, just getting kind of pushed down a little bit, but a bit of a shady look there. If I'd known the Misty Valley was like this, I'd have come here with you sooner. Quite interesting she didn't actually think of Jill sooner. It's been quite a while since she's came here, right? Like, we saw the flashbacks of Jill being quite a lot smaller. Fair few years smaller. And over all that time, she didn't even think of Jill, to bring Jill here. Even though she says this. Quite intriguing. I mean, she just kind of stumbled upon Jill by chance as well. It's not even like at the time that they met, they were meant to meet. Like, she came there for Jill. It just happened by chance. There's Peter Pan. This is the demonic Peter Pan, in a way. I think they're actually talking about something else there, but at first, that first page really reminded me of something out of Peter Pan. As these. This is a lovely image, isn't it? But again, just kind of sullied. The flowers and petals being dropped upon them would be quite a beautiful scene. The Misty Valley one. When we first met this girl, I was not expecting it to go like this. I was expecting her to be an absolute bitch and be a ruthless kind of monster. And we saw her with the Rickert stuff, but guess not. Okay, let's get into the second chapter of the Misty Valley. Guys taking a ride on a dragonfly. They do really look like dragonflies, don't they? Especially when they're kind of flying and they're not detailed. By the water. So Jill, have you decided to become one of us? Sorry, Rosine. I still don't know. Sorry. That's fine. Spend tonight thinking it over. But Jill. It's also quite interesting. She doesn't have to be, but she reverts back to her like human face here, probably just to make Jill more comfortable. But you'd think if she was truly kind of happy and accepting of herself now and such, you'd think she'd just wear the face that she has the whole time. It probably has something to do. Well, she used this face before that whole kind of gut situation as well, but maybe as well now it's got something to do with her making that disastrous, scary face right in front of Jill. I wouldn't say that she's ashamed of it or anything, but she's. I feel like maybe that shows that she's not kind of fully accepted. Current state of things. Who knows? Might not mean anything, to be honest. Like I said, she could just be doing this to make Jill feel more comfortable the whole time. But Jill, was there anything fun in the village? Anything more fun than flying in the sky? No, it wasn't. But it was also very scary. So all these guys getting lifts with the dragonflies. Lost Conviction Arc, Lost Children Chapter, The Misty Valley, Chapter 2. So, does time still move differently here? No, that was just in the what's it called? I forget. I can't remember. That was just in the fairy tale story. That time moved differently, wasn't it? I'm not actually sure it does move differently here, actually. I was gonna say picker, but it's not picker, is it? I forget. I kind of want to just go back and have a look and just. No. PCAF, that's the one. Yeah, I think it's just in the PCAF story that time actually moved differently. Here. Fuck. Oh boy, was it tough sneaking in here. Like, even unlimited lives weren't enough. I had to ice like 13 of them. Did you? Something tells me he'd get absolutely smoked by one of these guys, to be honest. Why are you here? Come on. I'm here to rescue you, of course. Was it 15? How are you going to rescue her as well? Like, what are you going to do to get her out of here? Not much you can do at all, really, is there? Fortunate as that is. To rescue? Right. 18 of them to be exact. Oh yeah. Where's he at? The swordsman. Guts? I gave up on him. Team's history. Oh, you weren't together? I mean, he was gonna cut right through you, too, last time. Oh. That was true. I wondered. He nods very aggressively right here. Big nod. Yeah, that's the kind of guy he is. Forget that. Let's get out of here. It's just too dangerous for you to be here by yourself. Listen, Puck, She's really not sure, is she? I feel like she very much is on the, she doesn't really want to join these guys, but also doesn't want to leave her friend, who she lost all this time. And tough situation for Jill, isn't it? Super tough situation. I'll be absolutely bummed if she ends up turning into one of these. Guts has to kill her. You were asked to become an elf? So, what you gonna do? You didn't say okay, did you? I don't know. I just don't know. Tell me, what should I do? I think becoming an elf would be fine. It's just, you don't want to become one of these demonic fucking elves that ravage human villages and such. And I imagine that's what it would be. I feel like that's the only way she can turn people into elves, by turning them into demons, then elves. What should you do? They're monsters! They sure ain't real elves. They attack and eat humans. Didn't you say so yourself, Jill? I guess so, but they all seem to be having fun here. So peaceful. Well, as we saw earlier, it kind of summed up pretty nicely. They did seem to be having fun here, but the fun they were having were fucking eyeballs. So there's, again, it's almost sullied by kind of essence of the darkness which they came from, kind of lurking behind them. Seems fun. Seems like it's going to be an enjoyable time, but next thing you know, we're kind of ravaging whole villages of kids, terrorizing. Attacking and eating humans is what wolves do too. Maybe that's just what you do when you're not human. Wolves don't do that except in special situations. Hey, sorry. And hey, everyone here used to be. Besides, I can't find it. For me, I can't find anything more enjoyable. Those little ones. Damn, looks like she's getting swayed over. Understandably. And this is like a whole world of magic, isn't it? It's like entering the kind of the Dark Ages. Well, it's like being in the Dark Ages and then entering a door and going to Hogwarts. It's a whole other world. And you can't blame her for being like this. Yeah, I mean, wolves do eat humans, but they don't actively hunt humans, do they? That will only be the case if humans are silly. Which is not the case with the demons and the humans at all. They're actively hunting. And not quite, Jill. God, what is this? Being hungry and cold. Worrying about the weather every day. Afraid of bandits. Afraid of war. What is this creature right here? Forever. From now on. Forever. And ever. I'm sensing a terribly chilling fear. What is this? That is what Jill is feeling, isn't it? But look, nobody knows what the future holds besides your mother. Yeah, I'm sure your mother's worried. Never mind your old man. Mother, right? Hello? Maybe I'll turn out like my mother, unable to become angry no matter what happens, even if her own child is beaten, made to cry and become tiny. Maybe that's how I'll end up. Jill. Right though, isn't she? Parents in that village, her mother included. Just lack the empathy for their own child. I don't even think it's that. Not even. It's just the lack of action. I think her mother thinks about her and she does want the best for her, but she's never actually able to do anything. It is awful in that village, isn't it? So yeah, I really couldn't blame her if she does end up choosing to become one of these. It's like Rosine. And it was understandable for Rosine, it's understandable for Jill, but there's a certain consequence as well. Or maybe I'll become like my father, bullying my child when the mood strikes. I'd never. No. Jill, I'm sure I would. I'm their daughter. It hurts, Jill. You're talking about her gripping him tightly, which is probably the case. Or do you reckon he's talking about the feelings that he's feeling from Jill as well? Probably a bit of both, isn't it? Pain. So sorry, Park. I've been crushed to death. Oh crap! What's going on here? Hey, now these guys got armor. Having a war with each other. Oh my god, they're taking parts off. This one looks like a beetle. This one off a I forget what they're called now. A prayer mantis. God, you'd hate to be a bug living around here, wouldn't you? I say that, you'd hate to be humans living around here as well. You'd hate to be any creature living around these fucking things. Again, as playful as it looks, they are brutalising these insects, aren't they? But they're stealing Puck's flow here with the beetle armor. Like they're playing instruments. I'm not sure how they've made this. I'm not sure what's that made of. Probably skin of some insect or something. Something gross. Little flower trumpets. What's all this? They're playing what? Charge! It looks so real. It does, to be fair, doesn't it? What's with this guy's face? Holy crap. Oh, they're not just playing. Holy crap. Again, it's all cutesy and nice and lovely. Till it gets to that demonic stage, isn't it? There's always something that kind of, again, sullies, ruins it. But they're actually killing each other. Jesus Christ. Can they, like, survive this? Do they, like, regenerate? Or are they actually just fully killing each other? Jesus Christ. Yeah. That is the reaction, isn't it, from Jill and Puck up there? Bloody hell. I think they are actually just genuinely killing each other. To play. This is their play. The blood-stained grass. But that's no game. They're really killing each other. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Look at these fucking demonic ass faces from these kids right here. So much blood. Wow. Again, it's like with the eyeball incident. It's lucky Puck didn't fucking come into this. But it's like with the eyeball incident. There's always... Again, it just seems fun and nice and dandy. And just gets twisted. Man, this is ruthless. Dancing. Only humans can enjoy killing like that. Only humans, or else monsters. Well, they're a mix of the two, aren't they? They're a mix of the two, which creates an ungodly combination if that's the case. Double the enjoyment. Ugh, Jesus. It's quite the panel here, isn't it? Pure darkness. All of them. Just pure dark. Pure black. And when the light shined on them, it's revealed their true nature. Well, hopefully that's helped Jill make a decision a little bit. Wait! Adult attack! Adult attack! Adult attack. Oh god, there's one of them transforming, using its stinger. Ugh, that scene looks horrible. I do not want to see where he got pissed. Again, it looks like a bit of a questionable scene. Ugh. She's puked, which is fair enough. Jill! You better, Puck, go hide. The hell? Here, have some. Eat, eat. What the hell? Ugh. Again, Puck, you better go hide. What these bastards coming for you? As understandably, Jill runs off, slaps him away. Was that a real, like a real human boy here? Looks like the elves fall to the ground, but there's this. Or is he another one of the elves? Ugh. Oh no, these are real human kids here, I think. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Rosine better come here and sort these bastards out right here. So it looked like from up there was a few dead elves. But a lot of these are just dead humans, right? All of these are just dead humans. Jesus. She won't accept our gift. She hit us. She hit elves. Why? Isn't she friend? Isn't she? There's their true colours right there. Again, Rosine better sort these bastards out right now. Not sure where she is. The moose turned ugly. We'd best scram, Jill. There's no time to stiffen up. Let's escape. Don't excite him. Slowly. Slowly. Now! I don't think there's any outrunning these guys, is there? As a human. Maybe Puck might have a chance, but... Jesus. She ran. She ran. The human child ran. Ugly bastards. The Misty... Oh, that was a quick chapter. The Misty Valley. I think it was so fucking demonic. The Misty Valley, Chapter 2. End. And they're all just staying there. But look at that look on Jill's face. Bloody hell. That is the definition of the sights we just saw, isn't it? Fucking hell. That was awful. Again, you really got a good look at the two sides, didn't you? Almost like the elf side and then the demon side of the playful fun, and then it just getting tainted by the demonic, dark, bloody, disgusting playfulness as well. Again, hopefully that's helped Jill. I think it definitely has. Berserk. And we got one final chapter to end off today, which is Cocoons. And yeah, probably entailing what I said about in the intro. I really hate that these adverts cover up some of the screen for a little while. The fog's gotten back thick again. I can't run anymore. Jill, come on, stand up. Now's our chance while the fog hides us. But in this fog, we don't know which way to go. Didn't think of that. Speaking of, where are we? quite funny, actually, isn't it? They're in the fog. They don't know which direction to go. Just know which choice to make before. And this is obviously called the Lost Children arc, so all quite fitting indeed. As we stumble upon the Cocoons. The Cocoons. Quite big cocoons, actually, aren't they? Quite big indeed. Maybe there's actually more than one. Maybe there's a few hundred, perhaps, in each of these. And are they... So what happens here? Are the kids captured and then... Yeah, are they like eaten by Rosine and then shut out as these cocoons and turn into demons? You know what? At the birth of a demon, that would actually be quite fitting, that they're eaten and shut out. goes with the whole demon image, I guess. But they're captured and then put in somehow, like wrapped around in these cocoons, or it'd be interesting to see. I got no real idea. I'd like it if it was the first one. To be honest with you, it'd be quite fitting for a lot of these bastards. Their birth is being shut out. What are these? A new kind of fruit? Oh god, Puck. Ugh, icky. That's sticky. And it looks like he's done something here as well, because that's not how the rest of them look. Something's inside it. Something icky. Oh, they are actually quite small. Okay. I think it's just from the perspective we got in that first shot. Actually, I don't know. Can't really tell. This one, it kind of looks like Puck's almost the size of it just from this shot here. Looks like it's a little bit bigger than Puck. Oh wait, yeah, we can actually see the outline of the body right here, can't we? Hands, the arm. Not sure what these things are. Like the head, antenna. Look like a newborn has just been hatched. They're cocoons. These things hanging here. They're all their cocoons. Burn the place to the ground. Kill them all. Let's get guts in this room right now. Oh, here's Rosine. And why is she looking so demonic? Well, she's a demon. But these are the emergence grounds. Sorry, I was going to say emergency. These are the emergence grounds where human children are reborn as elves. So is this what would be happening to Jill? Jill, why do you try to run away? No. Why are you so scared? What did they do to you? Well, I mean, they were killing each other. Oh, you mean playing war? Even humans are always doing that. Really calling that playing war. I mean, she's not wrong. Humans are doing that. Doesn't make it any less bad. And the fact there's no reason behind it as well. It's just, I mean, there's usually a reason behind it with humans, and sometimes the reason behind is even worse than just doing it for nothing, I guess. But looks like Rosine really isn't quite as human as maybe I thought. Oh right, human children are cowards. It's alright. If you become an elf, it's not scary. It's fun to go all out. What, and just die like that? I bet that is fun, isn't it? What the hell? Speaking no type of sense right here. But you die. It's not playing at all. It's really killing your own friends. It's alright. There are new friends soon enough. But what happens to me when I'm done? When I get killed? The funny thing is that we're only playing human. Yet Jill the human hates it so much. Reach on. Intriguing point, to be fair. They're only playing human with these wars, but Jill the human hates it. No. It's all wrong. I mean, has she not kind of become the thing that she came here to get away from? Rosine, in this case? Could actually become even worse in some aspects than the thing and the reason that she came to this place in the first place. It's kind of been perverted by the demonic, hasn't it? You say you don't like playing war, but if you go home now, there might be a real human war waiting for you in the future. And that's not all. Hunger, cold, beatings. Human villages are full of bad things for human children. Remember back when you were small, when we played together, just us? The fun things were always outside the village, the forest, the river. Our imaginations. Outside our real lives. But that is your real life. They are real things that real humans have and do. Here it's just, it's like sick fantasy. Every fun thing is right here. If you become an elf, everything you have ever imagined. Even the sky. It's okay. I'll make you into an extra special elf. Strong. Pretty. No one will be able to hurt you. It's not like we can say no right here, is it? But she really is kind of almost preying upon the weakness of Jill right here. Because she is right in certain aspects of what she's saying, isn't she? Like that village and the people there and stuff that happens there is awful. But it is human and it is kind of real. Whereas this, again, it's almost like a twisted, sick fantasy. She's embraced. Don't be scared. You just sleep for a bit. What's she doing to her? God. So this is how it's done, hey? Not not quite getting eaten and shut out. Kind of sleepy. You'll have sweet dreams inside the cocoon. Dreams of flying in the sky. What was it? Oh well. Doesn't matter. Snap out of it, Jill. She's a monster! Ah, it's got me. Ah, you're the one. Peacaff. You gave Jill strange ideas. Peacaff. Why is she called Puck Peacaff? That's strange. I'm not sure about that. Why is she called Puck Peacaff? Ah, you're the one. Peacaff. I'm guessing that's her speaking. It makes sense if that was Puck calling her Peacaff, but I actually think that is her calling him Peacaff for unknown reasons. I don't really. Who knows? I mean, she doesn't look very happy, but she doesn't also look like she's going to kill him, luckily enough. But sword grab. What sword? What's happened here? Ah. Oh god. Like a half cooked version of one of these elves right here. What happened to make that? There was some kind of slash somewhere. Is it guts or what? No. Jill! What happened there? What? The cocoons? The elf cocoons on fire? So it is guts. Okay. There he is. That's cool, that shot, isn't it? As I said, get guts in here and let's fucking ravage this place. Let's exterminate them all. That sounds awful saying that out loud, but needs to happen. Because it's actually a form of saving these kids, honestly, isn't it? Maybe that was one of Guts' throwing knives. Oh shit. That was a badass shot right here. He's got a little bit of wood on fire. That's a badass shot right there. That was a hell of a shot. Guts! Mr. Swordsman! He's alive? And he's an adult in this place, which is maybe the first time this has ever happened, it feels like. It's like she's sending a signal to the soldiers. They transform. Come on, Mr. Swordsman. It really reminds me of when I'm watching One Piece right now, Mr. Bushido. Zoro getting called. Damn, what a shot. I love these shots like this. Again, showing really like the scaling of the sword, but again, just so dynamic, isn't it? Like literally coming off the page, but you can really feel it. Just feel the cold blade, the thickness of this cold blade, and the danger it kind of it gives off. That's a sick shot. What the fuck? Somehow managed to set them all on fire. Looks like he perhaps cut that bit of wood in a way that the little bits on fire all kind of sprang up, as we see here, and set the cocoons on fire, perhaps. Jesus. There's so much going on right here. So much going on. That's just a massive blaze of flames, and see a few of the cocoons getting burnt up. Little bits of the tree getting burnt up as well. Guts' end of his slash. A lot of the little elves getting done by that as well, which is good to see. Is that all them just burning right there? Damn, more fucking shot this is of Guts. The Black Swordsman indeed. That is a sick shot. Guts' entrances ever since the eclipse have been absolutely amazing, haven't they? Oh man, what the fuck? That is sick. So much fire. That little bit of wood on fire really caused quite the damage, didn't it? Bloody hell! I was not expecting that. Jill, let's take cover now. Yeah. Why? For an instant. For an instant, swaying inside the blaze. He was the one who looked more like a terrifying monster. He is. He is a terrifying monster. But he's a monster against the monsters. He was a monster birthed from the monsters, you could say. They created this, and now they're kind of reaping what they sow. He is the demon to the demons. That's what I'm trying to say. That was a hell of a shot, isn't it? Again, you can't blame her for thinking that, but like Skull Knight, he looks very scary, and I'm not sure I'd say demonic. Probably demonic, but if you first saw him, you'd be like, oh shit, that's one hell of a villain right there. But he's on the side of justice and good as well. Again, these kind of people have been created from this darkness, and so they kind of embrace it a little bit, but they also again fight against it. Really cool shot there though. And that is the end of the volume. Some really awesome shots of Guts. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. 3 really good chapters today, weren't they? With Rosine and Jill, looking more into a little bit more of Jill's past as well, a little bit. But more again, just having a really good look at these elves and the duality of their kind of elfness and the demonic side of them. Where again, the demonic side of them really does just kind of turn them pure black, and really does just destroy that cutesy image that you see them as. And that is what Guts is here to do. It's funny because it's like he's almost like a lot of these scenes with the demons are in like white, pure white, and he's like the darkest thing in the images. Almost like he's the evil, and he's kind of destroying their innocence, which he is doing in a way, but destroying that innocence is also kind of destroying the darkness that they bring as well. I just love, again, the colouring of them being kind of like mostly the white and him being the kind of pure darkness in this situation. It's quite cool, isn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, 3 awesome chapters today. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of an extra long episode as well. Do let me know what you guys thought of these chapters down in the comment section though. Again, really enjoyed, especially the bits with Rosine and Jill. I did always kind of think that Rosine would eventually kind of try and... She didn't ever really force Jill into turn into one of these. I mean, she did in a way of kind of wrapping herself around her, and that was a kind of forcing move, but she never kind of brutally kind of physically made her become an elf, which I can respect a little bit. Even so, she did turn quite demonic during this chapter, didn't she, where it really was quite forcing. There was no alternative really, so it kind of goes against what I just said. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. I'll be back next time with volume 16, so hopefully you can join me then. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys.